Welcome back to Making Apps in Minutes, Slap App Edition. Alright, this is part 7, and in this part we're going to add in the hand so we can actually slap around the images, and also show you how to get actual faces in there so you're not just slapping around little nature scenes from Apple's presets. Alright, first thing you might notice is that this no longer says Hello World, and now says Slap App. That's because we're no longer beginners, we're a little bit more advanced. So all I did was went to Slap Scene, and up here I changed the Hello World to Slap App. You can change it to whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it at that. I was just sick of Hello World. Alright, so first off, to add the hand, we're going to go up here and make the new variable to hold the hand. There. Hand. And the hand, just like the images, is going to be a sprite node. And then we're also going to want to add a location that contains where the hand should be moving to. And then this is how we're going to, And then this is how we're going to get the hand to move to where we want it. So every time we touch, we're going to change the location to where we touch, and then the hand's going to move there. So these are really the only two variables we need to get the hand moving around. Alright, now let's scroll to did move into view and hit return, and this is where we're going to make our hand. So let me just go copy and paste that so you don't have to watch me type. So first off, right here, we set our location equal to the middle of the screen. That way when the app first loads up, the hand's right there in the middle. Next, we create the texture of the hand from the image hand. Oh, we need to go get that image, but we'll do that in a second. And then here we're saying the hand is a sprite node with the texture, this we just made. So like a texture is pretty much an image, just a sprite kit version of the image. Make the hand the size we want. I've played around with this. I like this size, but you can change it if you'd like. We make the hand's position, this location. And we make it we give it its physics body, so it will bump into the faces. And we just substitute the texture in here, and then the hand size into here, so that the physics body will exactly match the image. So you'll even see if you go slowly, the fingers and whatnot will individually hit the face, and it won't just be a giant rectangle. And then lastly, we add it to the scene. Now, you may be wondering where you can get this image, and it's on my Twitter page, so I'll put it on there. And it's also on this link that's about to pop up. You can click on, and that's my own very website, and it'll also be on there. So you can go get it from either one of those two. Pause the video, go get that image. Alright, right now I'm assuming you have the image. Now to get into Xcode, you have to go get it on your desktop. Right now I have to go find my image. Oops. Let's see, where did I put it? There's my image. And so once you know where the image is, all you have to do is click and drag it over here. And I'm going to put it right under Slap Scene. And it's going to ask you all this. Just click copy items if needed. And then it'll leave this as is, and then click finish. And then your hand is now in Xcode, and you can now use it. See, there's my little simple hand. Back to Slap Scene. So now if you run it now, we should just have the hand in the middle of the screen. And there we go. There's our hand in the middle of the screen, ready to be moved around. Right now you can see if I touch, it doesn't really go anywhere, just because we haven't added that yet. Let's go do that so that'll move around. So right now I'm just under the did move into view, right here, blank space. I'm going to go get what we need. Okay, before you pause the video and copy that down, listen to me first, because there's a lot you can copy and paste, and I don't want you to waste your time. So first, up here, instead of typing all this, you can just type touches, and then you can choose which one you'd like. I already have touches began, so it won't suggest that for me. But you can just type touches. Oops, if you spell it right. And then it will auto suggest the rest of this. So just type touches, click touches began, and it will type all this for you. So that's very easy. Alright, next, type in the 4 touches began. What this is saying is for every touch, do this. And right now, all we're doing is setting the location. Remember that variable we had up here, location. We're setting the location to where we touched. Pretty simple. Same exact thing in touches moved. So you can just copy and paste this. You can copy and paste it here, and all I have to do is change the began to moved. And so this is saying every time you drag your finger on the screen, I want you to change the location to where the finger is. So these are two pretty basic ones. Alright, now onto the function that does the heavy lifting. It's called update. So again, just type update and it will auto do the override and all of this stuff. What update does is in SpriteKit, the update function gets called every frame. And so right now, we just have code in here. What we want to do every frame is move the hand to where we touched. So right now we have simple code in here that I'll just move it to where we touched. So up here we have a constant, which is our speed. You can change this. I liked 40, it gave a kind of cool effect. Here we have the x difference and the y difference. So what we're doing here is seeing how far away in the x direction the hand is from where we touched and how far away in the y direction the hand is from where we touched. And then we're setting, now we have two velocities, x velocity and y velocity. We're doing the x difference times the speed and the y difference times the speed. So what this is doing is giving the hand, geez, I never know I was this popular with all these texts, sorry. So what we're doing is we're creating two different velocities to get the hand where we touched. And you can see down here, we use self.hand.physicsBody velocity equals a vector. A vector just has an x and y component. And we're plugging in the x and y velocities. So okay, I know that I sucked at explaining that, but to re-go over it, we're calculating how far away the hand is from where we touched, and then we're making its velocity in that direction so we'll get there in a timely manner. And I believe that is it. We can hit run or Command R. I do that usually, but every now and then I like to hit play just to show you guys. Sorry, there's no way I can speed this up. There it is. So now you can touch on the screen, and you can see, oh, whoa, I don't know why it's freaking out. That's weird. Is your guys doing that? Here, let me try something. Let's change the speed down. Might just be going too fast. There we go. There's a much nicer hand. Not glitching out on us. Alright, now the fun part. Let's add, okay, so instead of slapping on some landscapes, let's add some people or some other custom images. So to do that, go hardware, hit the home screen. So you're at the home screen, it kind of looks like your iPhone if you have one. Now go find the image you want to drag in. What image should I drag in? I'm just going to drag in my logo. Oops. My Too Neat For You logo. So all you have to do is drag it and add it to here. And Photos will open and you can see that your image is right there. Very cool. So now you can go home again. Oops. Click back in the simulator and go home. Scroll over to Slap App. Now we can double click, go to Photo Library, and then your image will be right there. So I bet you guys are going to drag in some images of faces, which is what it's supposed to do. But I'm just going to drag this in so I don't have to go looking for a face. And then you can just slap it around. This is the fun part. This is where kind of the work starts paying off. So hopefully you dragged in an image of someone you didn't like, and now you can kind of let out some anger and slap it out of them. Alright, so that's pretty much the gist of the app. Next app, we're going to add in some effects to keep score. And then I think the one after that, we're going to add in kind of a red effect where like when you hit it, the screen flashes red. So I think that'll be some pretty cool stuff. And but yeah, that's the gist of the app. And so that's all the SpriteKit stuff. So if you were just watching these touring some SpriteKit, you can stop now, but why stop now when we can see the app through to the very end? So I hope to see you in the next video where we'll learn how to get a score on it. Alright, thanks.